Mustangs that are not bred in captivity, are they? Are always from the wild?
Well, see, that's controversial. There are people, and I did a colt starting one time in Kansas City, Kansas, and these people brought domestic-born Mustangs. They were all out of wild stock, and for some bizarre reason, these people were breeding, they called them American Mustangs. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you're breeding that horse in captivity,
yep,
that horse is not the same as what I would call, he may be out of Mustang blood,
yep,
but he is not the wild horse that is out there, that is born in an environment where you have predators and you have survival of the fittest. If you are breeding these horses, number one, why the heck do you go around and breed? And they were breeding a whole bunch of them. And I was like, what in the heck are you breeding these horses for? Is get the ones the BLM are gathering up and give them a home.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a whole controversial thing. Now, on the other hand, there are horses, the Kiger Mustang, which is a very specific line of Mustang. These horses were the original bloodline of horses that came here to the Americas by the Spanish. And I have one, and he's completely different than all my other Mustangs. He's old dun, and most of them are duns or Goyas. Now, that is one of the horses, other than the curly Mustang, that the BLM will adopt out as stallions if you so choose. Because there's a lot of people that want to preserve that special Spanish bloodline. So there's a couple bloodlines out there that people will adopt that horse, and then they will do a breeding program to preserve that Spanish Mustang. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do I agree with it all the time? Well, I'd like to see some of these horses, you know, preserved.
Yeah.
But those horses were wild horses in Spain and Portugal before they came here in the Spanish ships.
Yeah.
So they adapted very well to the Americas and created some little pockets where that bloodline was still fairly pure.
Yep.
But if you take a Mustang and you have it in captivity and breed it to another horse, that offspring is not a Mustang. That offspring is, by definition, a domestic horse.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
I believe
I hope so.